Hey, what is up, guys? This is Mr. Me. I'm just me. I'm just a guy who does stories, and I'm gonna, I've been, I've always been like with my mind. I'm like, maybe you should throw. I don't have the biggest numbers of subs, but I have 2,000 subs, which is amazing because that's awesome. I never thought I'd even get 2 subs. Well, one except for that fake account that I made, but that's just 2 right there. Okay. And then I can't sub onto myself, so that's why I wasn't gonna get. But you guys have made it possible, and I'm still going because of you guys. Anyways, storylines. This right here isn't like to address what's going on. It's just to address how you should do them. If you do them, let me put some WWE gameplay on right now. If you're into it, I'm gonna break it into different videos and stuff like that. But as you can see, my hard drive just went under some crap. I still have everybody, so that's cool. But as you can see, I had to re-upload some guys, and I did upload these guys from you guys from NXT Rookies before we get anything started. I did get these guys. Where are they? I did add some new rookies too. That's another thing. I did add some new rookies, so that's pretty cool. I added some NXT guys, Colin Cassidy. I added Tyler Breeze. Where's the other guys that I've added? There's myself. Bray Wyatt. Rico Cash is there. Trevor Walken. Ian. Richard Smith. Xavier Woods, so they're Crimson. Brandon Ross. Ryan Gates. Roy Marshall. Ryan Duggan. Don't worry, Hunter Eliminator will be made. I got a couple new guys here. Eddie Edwards and all the guys are still there. So as you can see, there's a couple, and I added some new people to TNA as well. So that should be fun as well. That is going to be pretty cool. I still have like a lot of space still left. That's funny. I don't know how I got a lot of space left. Probably the Divas. I'm adding. Look who's in there. It looks to be part of TNA. That's going to be fun. I did actually add Manic. Someone said they liked Manic, so I'm going to add him right there. Samoa Joe, Bully Ray, Austin Aries, Oliver Gray, P.D. Williams is going to be new. Ethan Carter III, EC3, baby. He's going to be in it. Kurt Angle, Eric Young. It's going to be fun. Ted DiBiase Jr. is going to be in it. The Divas are also jam-packed. It's going to be fun too. Anyways, let's get to what we're here for. Let me just put 2 guys on. Let's put this Ted DiBiase character on there. Well, I'm actually going to I don't want to play as one of them. That's the thing. Alright, so custom superstars. The only problem is they don't have their theme songs because my music kind of got fucked up. So I gotta re-upload everybody's music. That's gonna suck. But that's where we're at right now. I have to upload everyone's music. So that's gonna suck because I don't want to upload everyone's music again. Which means I gotta go into YouTube and get songs and stuff like that. So please bear with me. It's gonna take a while for me to do that. I have to burn them and find a way to do that. And yeah, so just give me some time to do it, and we'll figure something out. All right. So storylines. Alright, so let me tell you how I started. I'm not the one that writes the best story. My storylines aren't even well known at all. But this is my advice to you guys. When you have your storylines, you have your ideas. Let's say you're just starting off right now. You're thinking, what kind of storylines can I do? There's a created character one. You can always make a whole roster, a whole league of it. Like, you can either go that route, or you can go WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, or whatever. You can go that route with wrestlers that are already real, and you can use that. I went with the route of WWE wrestlers that already exist, and I added a couple characters here and there from subs and other people, and I added them and gave them their little twist and all that. But when you start, that's the first part you have to figure out. You're gonna figure out, am I making my own created wrestler federation or whatever, because there are some on YouTube like that made their own stuff, or am I going with some WWE stuff? Now I can only really help you out with the WWE stuff. I do have the NXT, which we did make a whole created thing, but we're always having problems with it. It's some booty crap and the bullshit. Anyways, I'm losing some breath here. Whew, I need to go work out or something. I don't know. I'm only like 120. No, I'm only 140 actually. I'm only 140, like 5'5" and 140. That's positive. Alright, anyways, yeah, when I started my storylines, I had already been doing this, like, offline. I didn't have a capture, so I just played it. I just had a weird thing. I used to make stories on it, and I had already, just pretty much when I was thinking to myself, should I restart this whole thing and just start it, or go from where I started? So where I started from was the Royal Rumble, and we're still at the Royal Rumble. We're still at the Royal Rumble, but what's up now? It's the thing. You want to do so much more than you can actually do. That's one thing that gets to you. You're gonna be like, fuck, but you can't let that discourage you or bring you down at all. I wanted to have SummerSlam done. No, actually, I wanted to have WrestleMania done on WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I didn't get that. I got that done on 2012 on the WWE 12. And 2013, I wanted to get to SummerSlam. Well, actually, WWE 12, I wanted to get to SummerSlam, but I couldn't. And then 13, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it SummerSlam. I haven't made it to SummerSlam. I only made it to 2 pay-per-views, Over the Limit and King of the Ring. And now I'm here in WWE 2K14, and I want to make it. I want to make this one go quick because now it's just universe and storylines together. But I'm figuring something out. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. That's something you got to think about. You know, it's not going to be as easy as it is. How much time are you willing to really devote into this? The stories, you got to come up with some, you know, stories I'll talk about that a little bit. But right now it's how much time are you willing to devote to this? You know, you have a life. You have a life to, you have school, you have work, all this and that. It's how much time are you really willing to devote on this? Now, me, I've already had what I've been doing this for 2 years, and I've loved every episode I've done. I love every match I've done. I've loved everything I've done with my storylines, and I'm just saying this is what I like to do. This is what I like to do. I like to have my own little magical WWE kingdom, but it's up to you, right? How much are you really willing to spend? You know, I have 6 shows going on. I used to have like 10 or 12. 10? About 10, 11. 10, about 10, yeah. I used to have so many, and that was a lot of time right there working on a lot of it, but it was very awesome because you get to run all these different matches, make all these different matches, and, you know, you gotta, you know, if you're running 2 shows, then you should have no problem. But it depends also as well, because I know there's some, you know, storylines are different than universe mode. On this fact that a lot of people who do universe mode, I'm not saying everyone, but I'm saying a lot of people who do it, they usually just skip through a whole bunch of matches and then just do one, and that's it. And, you know, it's cool. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but that's the difference between universe and storylines. Storylines, you're getting these matches, you're putting these matches in, a whole bunch of matches to, you know, build stories with these guys. Give them something. Give the people who are watching to build and go like, yeah, I want to go for him and this and that. And that's the difference between universe and storylines. That's why on WWE 13 I didn't really love universe mode. I know it was so fucking awesome to a lot of you guys, like 2 people actually, to 2 people, but yeah, I didn't really love it because I didn't really get invested into it. I didn't have any storylines going. I didn't have anything like to be looking at. I just kept making random shit up, and don't get me wrong, it's fun to make random shit up, but at the same time, storylines, you know, they're going to stay the same for a certain amount of weeks, and you have it all build up into one gigantic climax, and it's going to be amazing. Well, the universe mode, I kept switching it every week what was going on. I had this one little story, and then next week it's another thing with that guy, and it was just weird. So that's the one thing I've learned from the difference between universe and storylines. But as we've seen in the match right here, we had Teddy DiBiase and Tyler Breeze going at it. You know, it's, again, you know, how much time are you willing to devote on this thing? The difference between the universe and the storylines. How many matches? That's another thing. How many matches are you going to have? Me, I go all out. I have like 7 matches on Raw. I used to have like 9 or, yeah, about 9. So I had a lot of matches before. It's really how much are you willing to spend, because there's some that do 3, but it's because it's building for like 3 big storylines, which is also fine. It's a pretty cool style like that. More people seem to do that one, or well, then you can like the whole show, like the hour and 30-minute one, which takes a while to do, but it's, I think at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. It's even better, but that's pretty much what it is. You know, your devotion, how much are you willing to spend on it? There's so much to talk about it, but I'm just breaking it down piece by piece from what I remember how I started. And obviously, you already have the game system and the capture card and the stuff for your computer to do it. But you know, it's just how much time are you willing to spend on it? Are you willing to actually make it look like presentable, or you're just not like the moves? At least they're something. They're up to par to what they actually are. And the songs, there's just so much that I still have to talk about. But you know, the only thing is right here that I could give you at the start is, do you really see yourself doing this for more than a week? If you could do this for more than a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you'll be fine. But if you can't, then I don't think you can. I'm just saying, you know, because I've been doing this for 2 years, almost 3. I still want to keep doing it. That's how much I like the stuff of storylines. So first and foremost, you decide on whether you want to do it. So after that, you say, yeah. You start figuring out the little pieces to it. And, you know, just as long as your devotion, and never get discouraged about anything when you're doing this. Even if people hate you, you know, it's better to have more people like you. I think that's how it is. If you start seeing a lot of them just, well, because sometimes they hate just because they want to hate, but sometimes they dislike it because there's something in there that's your fault that you're not looking at, that you're not realizing that it's what's wrong with the story. You know, I'm not saying your stories suck, but I'm saying there's some things you need to improve upon. There could be some things like that that need to be improved upon and be made sense. So there's people that will hate you just because they're, you know, they just hate. And there's some people that dislike because they want to see some things change because they don't like it. I remember that's how I started. I remember there's a couple things I had to move around and here and there. But again, don't get discouraged. Just do your best, and I'll be back with another video. Hopefully, you guys can comment on the bottom about if you guys have your own channel, you guys run storylines. Hopefully, you guys can chime in a little bit, give a little bit of info about how you guys work your storylines, what got you here in the storylines. Again, I got into storylines because I love watching wrestling. It's the male soap opera. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And that's all I really have to say about that right now. So just simple as this. Don't get discouraged. Have a passion for it. And again, don't get discouraged. That's like the best thing I can tell you. Don't get discouraged. If your first video is like 10 views or 2 views, don't get discouraged. Keep trying. Eventually, you know, it should pay off. That's how I did it. Look at my first couple videos. Actually look at my first good amount of videos until the universe mode. All of them were about like 50 views, 60, 70 views. That did not stop me though. I was like, hey, at least I'm getting something to watch. Somebody's watching this. So I was very happy with that. And even now, I'm barely breaking like 200. I'm still happy with that. You know, don't get discouraged. Don't be thinking, I'm going out there for 3,000 views per video. It's not going to happen like that unless you're like Tony Pizza Guy, which is like amazing. Or Idaho Dub, who's like the greatest football player ever, you know? Or YZ Mickey, who's the greatest Call of Duty player ever. That dude was nuking my ass in that game. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you guys like the series. Peace.